The Super 7 is history. The 2025 high school football season has wrapped up here at Protective Stadium in Birmingham. This is the Under the Lights postgame show for one final time this year, presented by KEYSYS. I'm Kyle Parmley, the sports editor at Starnes Media, joined tonight by Gadsden Times sports editor Max Donaldson. Max, we've seen a lot of football this week,
yes.
A lot of blowouts.
Yes.
But what we have just capped it off with Clay-Chalkville, 38-21 over Saraland in the Class 6A state championship, really kind of finishes off a tremendous season for Clay. You know, it's kind of been that bad taste in their mouth after the playoff exit last year in the second round, and they have used that as motivation all year long. And over a year later, they're here. They're winning their fifth state title in program history. Man, they were really impressive tonight.
They were, and just Fry, the quarterback. I mean, he just could do it. It seemed like whatever he wanted to do tonight, whether it was through the air, on the ground. I mean, he hit, I think, 2 or 3 deep passes. Probably would have hit more. I think there was some DPIs there that, you know, hindered that. But, I mean, just, it seemed like whatever he wanted to do tonight, and Coach Floyd said best, Alabama State is being a steal.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, Aaron Fry, his second full-time year as a starting quarterback, and you can just see that progression from year 1 to year 2 has been incredible. And he's been a great leader for this team. And as you've seen him get more comfortable in that role. They mentioned it after the game, over 2,000 yards passing, 1,000 yard rushing for a quarterback. That's the third time in Clay-Chalkville history that's ever happened. And that's a pretty good list to be on with Ty Pigram and Jalen Mbakwe.
If you're on a list with Jalen Mbakwe, you're probably on a good list. I'll say that.
Yeah, no doubt. We saw something else pretty cool earlier today. High school football fans, not only in Alabama, but across the country, probably know the name Rush Probst.
Oh, yeah.
From all his success at Hoover. And then, you know, he's been around a lot of different places over the last 20 years or so. But he was back at the Super 7 today with his 2A KEYSYS Christian team, and they got the job done. And Rush Probst in victory lane once again.
Yeah, it's his 8th state title. He was the interim coach, hired before, like about 3 weeks before the season. I think it was a different Rush Probst than many people around here are used to. He seemed like, you know, he was just from what I was told, he was a different guy, and it just kind of showed. I think with winning maybe in a little different fashion, kind of having to adjust on the fly a lot this year.
All right, so before we go on the backside of this, we're going to give you the full press conference from Clay-Chalkville's win here in the state championship. Max and I are going to have a pop quiz real quick. We're going to see if we can name all 9 winners of the Super 7 games. The flag championships to start it off.
Moody and Central
Phoenix City. Big time shout out to the Red Devils there. All right, the 1A championship, Maplesville beat Wadley.
Pretty handily, too, honestly. Not a lot shocker there.
That was a rematch from last year, and Maplesville turned the table and got the job done. 2A, we mentioned KEYSYS. 3A,
Mars Hill. I mean, that's not shocker there. Yeah. That's been Mars Hill.
Mars Hill goes back-to-back. 4A, we saw Jackson this morning.
Once again, another team. I mean, Bama fans are going to be happy about E.J. Crowell.
Yep, over 300 yards, 5 touchdowns today. 5A, Moody, Jake Gaines, they got the job done. First state title in program history over there. 6A we saw, and then 7A.
Thompson, I mean, it kind of was assumed just 6 titles in 7 years for them. Just what a run that's been. I mean,
unbelievable.
Just to stay at that level, you know, it's probably now 3 or 4 classes at this point have had to go through there to really keep that thing churning.
8 straight years in the state championship game for Thompson. So, Protective Stadium was a great host to the Super 7 once again. For everybody here at Under the Lights, KEYSYS has been a great partner with us all year long. All of our sponsors. It's been a great season. I'll pump out a little bit more over the next couple of weeks, talk about the season that was for all of our schools. The All-South Metro team will be coming up soon. I've been working on that. It's been a lot of really difficult choices.
Yeah, he's been working. He's been grinding up in the press box earlier today on it. I saw him.
Yeah, so there is evidence of me putting in some work trying to get the job done on that. But as always, we want to really thank you guys for watching all year long. I don't know what we're going to do next, but softball.
It's softball season for Kyle Parmley, everybody.
That's right. So high school football in the books. It was a great season. Big shout out to Daniel Smith. He's doing a great job for Knight Edie. And thanks for watching. Thanks to KEYSYS. Thanks to all of our sponsors. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for having me, Kyle. Appreciate it.
Man, it's been a crazy year. Really been a crazy 2 years. You know, I told them out on the field, really, this is it's more about these guys than it is myself. They've had goals, and they made a commitment to each other, and to watch them reach their goals. That's what we're in this for. Most of us coaches, the older we get. Wasn't always like that for me. I was definitely one of those coaches that like, winning and losing, at an early age, but the older you get, and this is a special group of kids. The character that we have on this team is second to none. You guys don't get to see that day in and day out, but a lot of these kids, I treat them like they're my own kids. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's not good. But man, these kids, they show up to work every day, and they're consistent, and couldn't be more proud of them.
One thing real quick, guys. Pull your things down. Your grandma's gonna want to see your faces.
Take that off, man.
Okay, appreciate it.
Take that off.
Okay. Questions for players or coach? Okay, right here. Right here, coach.
Coach, congratulations on the win.
Take it off your head.
Coach, congratulations on the win. You are now one of the elite few to have completed the great trifecta of winning a state championship as a player, as an assistant coach, and as a head coach for the same school, being Clay-Chalkville. What does that mean to you now that you've completed this mountain, and just how do you feel about what tonight brought?
I really hadn't thought about it. I'll just say that, my own personal coaching journey is nothing short of just God putting me where I couldn't put myself, right? His ways are definitely not my ways, and his thoughts are definitely not my thoughts at all. And for me to actually be sitting here, at this podium with these guys at this moment, can't really put it into words other than, thank you, Lord. I mean, that's all I can really say.
Question right here.
Coach, this is for you and any players that want it. Y'all have gotten to know me this year, so you probably know what I'm going to ask about. But
what is your name?
Dang, really? No. Just tell me this group's legacy and what this group in particular has meant to Clay-Chalkville, and same thing for the guys.
Anybody want to answer that? Any of y'all want to answer that?
You said what's the legacy?
Yeah.
I mean, we left a good legacy. We made history, 15-0, and we got a young team, and a whole bunch of juniors, so we'll definitely be back next year.
That's right. That's right. Anybody else?
Anybody else want to comment on y'all's legacy?
Yeah, I'll just say, guys, we read this book this spring as a team. It took us about 8 weeks to get through it. And there's a book actually called Legacy. It's about the All Black rugby team in New Zealand. And we studied just the book and the culture of the team and how the organization functions. And one of the things in the chapters was leave your jersey in a better place than you found it. And we talked a lot about, for a long while at Clay-Chalkville there was a tradition of like number 5 always being the running back. And so for 8 years it just looked like that guy never graduated, right? And so everybody hopefully the next quarterback next year will wear number 1, right? And so we talked a lot about just leaving that jersey in a better place than you found it, and that's kind of the legacy that you're setting for everybody that comes behind you.
Question here.
For the players, it just seemed like there was a lot of emotion on the field just with the celebration. Just kind of what did it feel like when the clock hit 0, or I guess before the clock hit 0, and you guys were just running around, looked like you were just having a whole bunch of fun there?
I got it. That feeling is amazing. This team put in a lot of work for about 11, 12 months. We got cut short last year, so to go on this journey with my brothers, this team means the world to me. So to go out like this my senior year, it's the best thing I could have got. So leave all the emotion on the field.
For Isaiah and for Coach, why were you guys able to get to the quarterback so much tonight?
Preparation was great this week. We just went over it all week. CJ giving us a good look at how he's gonna play today. CJ giving us a good look all week. The game we won Monday through Thursday. Just preparation.
Yeah, I thought CJ is our backup quarterback, and he'll be our starting quarterback next year, man. And there's nobody better that they could prepare for this week, and we learned some things throughout the playoffs with people we played of just keeping the quarterbacks in the pocket. And I'll be honest with you guys, I told them on Monday that we are the best team that Saraland has played this year. And I don't say that in a derogatory way, but you can just tell when you watch different game films, you just compare team for team, and I thought that we were the best in the sense of a total defense that they had played, and then offensively they really haven't seen a run game with a quarterback that could run, that could pass, and we just really wanted to make them play on the perimeter and in the box at the same time. And so we just, we felt like we're the best team all year, and I think we proved that 1 through 7A.
Coach, speaking of your quarterback, talk about his performance tonight.
Yeah, man, he's and really it's not just tonight. It's really been the entire year. He last year was his first year as a starter, and there was definitely a learning curve and some growing pains. But man, he's been consistency all year long, right? He's got even keel demeanor sometimes too, even for me. But man, he did a really good job of just taking care of the ball. And, we just told him, like, look, if it's not there, just run it, right? Some of those are our best plays. And he's done a great job of just protecting the ball, taking what I think it was a long third down tonight, check down, hit the shallow, picked up a first down, and that was kind of the end of it. So just that growth and maturity. Alabama State's getting a steal. They really are. And I hope everybody knows that. There's a lot of schools that, I said this the other day, they wonder why they get fired every 2 or 3 years. It's because they don't listen, right? When you play for us and you go for a 2,000 and a 1,000 as quarterback, you put yourself in elite company, right? And that's Ty Pigram, Gatorade Player of the Year, and Jalen Mbakwe. He's the third one in our school history. That's pretty good company. And just even a better person. Like the player, great. The person can't be. He's as good as they come, and so Alabama State's getting a steal.
Hey, Aaron, this is a question for you. We talked about it on the show. You filled in for Bach as a sophomore. You got the starting position last year. Corey said you were the best quarterback, in the state. So you had a fantastic senior year. Talk about what it's like going from that filling in for Bach to standing out here and getting the MVP trophy in the championship game.
Yes, sir. So coming in for Bach, my sophomore year, I'll admit I had a little jitters and I was a little scared, but once I got in, I calmed down, and that carried me to my first starting season. I didn't feel like I played up to play standard. Starting quarterback, losing 3 games, so I had a different mindset over the summer break, coming in, working harder than I ever have before. Getting my receivers to the field every day, every morning, and to go in with my brothers this season, my senior season, undefeated.
Can't beat it.
It doesn't get better.
For all of you guys, I know obviously you guys are now sitting here undefeated. It's the complete opposite of last season when you didn't even make it past the first couple of rounds. How did that heartbreak just fuel you guys to now get to this point to where you've completed the revenge tour and not left anything unturned?
You never forget that feeling losing. So you just have to come in early in the mornings and just keep learning, keep working.
You want to say that? No. Let's see. You want to say that?
We just had that bad taste in our mouth since last season. We came in every day at 6:30 in the morning, working hard as ever, just trying to get better every day, and we did.
Coach, you're a former college teammate of Jeff Kelly's. What does it take to beat one of his teams?
Number one, you got to play good defense. I mean, they spread you out. Usually, they got a dynamic quarterback, receivers that are great playmakers. I told him Monday, I thought number 2. I was like, man, I just really feel like he may be a little better than Duke. That's no offense to Duke, but I felt like he was SEC caliber. The more I watched him, it made me want to throw up on Sunday watching him. But you got to play great defense. Somebody told me we had 8 sacks tonight, and that tied the Super 7.
7A, I think. Hoover did it in one game.
Okay. Yeah. So tied the record, and to get 8 sacks against him, look, he's played in the NFL. He was our starting quarterback in college, and so you're not going to fool him with a lot of things, right? And so our defense, man, they've been lights out really the entire year. Just and it's a young group, honestly. I mean, we've got maybe 7 or 8 juniors coming back for next year, and so who knows? I mean, already I know that us winning it again is going to be. We'll enjoy this, maybe for I don't know. You'll enjoy it for longer than I will. But I mean, you know, it'll start, you know, in January. We just start back over, right? It's just part of the process. And,
Start back Monday.
yeah, well, I'm not starting back Monday. But seriously, man, these guys, they love football. Our coaches love football. And winning it back-to-back, something we've never done. We came close in 2014 and 15. We were 29-0 coming in against Spanish Fort, lost to them in Tuscaloosa. And so our school's never gone back-to-back. So that'll be our challenge coming up next year.
A couple more questions. I'm going to have to let them go, guys.
All right, Aaron, this question is for you. Talk about the fact that you were able to beat Saraland with your arm and your legs. It seemed like you kept them off balance all night.
Yes, sir. So I feel like that's a big part of my game, how I can go do a throw and I can throw and run. So it was like that throughout the whole season. So just staying consistent, not letting the moment get to my head and playing my game is how you beat them.
Jakar, you had some big catches in these playoffs. So I want you to tell me what goes into all that work to make the most of your moment. And then, Coach, if you want to comment on what you've seen from Jakari over this stretch run as well.
Like Aaron said, waking up early mornings, getting preparation, and winning every day. Today, just coach called my name and I've been playing.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, when you have Corey on your team, defenses are going to do their best to take that away, right? And so there's opportunities for other guys, and but you know, Red, his nickname's Red. So, but Red and Nasir, you know, with them so concerned with Corey, you know, really left the field open, you know, in the middle of the field, and so really both of these guys have, you know, been integral parts of what we do. Like Nasir, his job that he does, we couldn't run our offense without him, right? He's a Swiss Army knife. He allows us to play really in any personnel group we want to play with, and formationally we can get in whatever we want to get in with him. And so he has a rare skill set. And so just, you know, it just makes it hard for a defense when you've got vertical threats, you've got, you know, threats in the box. It's just you can't cover them all, right? And so and I can't say enough about our coordinators. You know, Preston Hatcher is one of our offense coordinator. This is his first year to ever call plays, and for him to go 15-0 and have never called a play in his lifetime is, you know, I guess it's probably done by me letting him do that. But man, he's done an outstanding job. And Kyle Dickerson, he's our pass game coordinator, and they've got a unique friendship and partnership. You know, there's no ego in that offensive room. And then Jake Helveston, man, just defensively just really lights out pretty much all of the year, right? You know, there was a half against Thompson and a half against J.O., which was, you know, it was what it was. But it's funny, we just you kind of find out what your team is throughout the year, right? And it was about the first round, the second round of the playoffs when I really felt like I know who we are. I know who we are offensively. I know who we are defensively. I know the pulse of our team from week to week. Like these guys, like you can't let up 1 second of any day of practice, or you know, it just ain't good, right? And so my job has been, you know, to bring the energy, bring the competitiveness every day at practice. Guys, we practice in shoulder pads every single day this year. I think it was 72 practices. We practice in pads every day. We hit every day. We lift 3 days a week. We lift on game day. It's just a mentality, right? And not everybody's okay doing that, but that's our edge. That's what we like to do. And I think it calluses your kids in a way that when you get in tough situations, like you're built for this. And so couldn't be prouder, man. They put their bodies through a lot, and we really, honestly, guys, we only had one injury the entire year of anybody that missed more than a game. And so, you know, Coach Elviston's our strength coordinator, and you know, just the prehab we do, the way we take care of their bodies with our trainers. It's hard to do when you practice like that and you play as physical of a style as we do.